Let's proceed to 132. 132. So class, I urge you to memorize, take down notes, or even do a mnemonic para mas madali nyong maintindihan or mas madali nyong ma-memorize. So, take note kapag hindi nyo naintindihan, mas mabilis na i-memorize nyo na lang yung mga answers sa mga question. Pero hindi ibig sabihin nun na i-memorize nyo yung letters kasi syempre nasa shuffle naman yung mga questions. Okay? Number 132 na tayo. Copper imparts a characteristic color to a non-luminous flame. Again, lumabas na naman yan. That is your green. Again, kapag potassium, the result of potassium ion in a non-luminous flame, it gives a violet coloration. Kapag sodium naman, persistent golden yellow. Lithium, carmine red. Calcium, brick red. And cupric are emerald green or green in general. Number 133. A specific antidote for the treatment of poisoning due to oral ingestion of silver nitrate would be the oral administration of your normal saline. So, your normal saline is the antidote for silver nitrate poisoning. Number 134. The following will react with water to form basic solution is your ammonia. So, ammonia exists in aqueous solution, mainly in the form of NH3, only small amount reacting with water to form ammonium hydroxide. So, NH3 plus water will result to ammonium hydroxide, which is a basic solution. Number 135. An ion that often shows expectorant action is your iodide. So, all ions of iodine are used as expectorant. So, iodide is used to treat asthma, chronic bronchitis, and late stages of acute bronchitis. So, ions of iodide is used to treat asthma, chronic bronchitis, and late stages of acute bronchitis. Number 136. Which of the following reduces iodine? Is your iodide. So, your iodide ions reduces iodine. Number 137. Radioisotopes decay. Randomly. So, radioisotopes decay randomly. Radioactive nuclides decay to reach a stable ground state. This process is exponential in regard to time, and its progress is expressed by the time required to reduce the radioactivity by 1/2. So, nagde-decay ang radioisotopes randomly. Number 138. Lugol solution contains this element as its active component. That is your iodine. So, the components of your Lugol solution is your strong iodine solution plus your potassium iodide. Sabi dito, Lugol solution is also known as your strong iodine solution. And your strong iodine solution consists of potassium iodide plus iodine. And the dose is usually 0.3 ml 3 times a day, 0.3 ml 3 times a day, with a range from 0.1 to 1 ml. So, again, memorize, Lugol solution is also known as your strong iodine solution. The component of your strong iodine solution is aqueous solution of potassium iodide and iodine. Okay, and the dose is 0.3 ml 3 times a day. Number 139, the composition of aqua regia is letter A, 3 molecules of hydrogen chloride and your nitric acid. Hydrochloric acid and nitric acid. So, aqua regia is a mixture of hydrochloric acid and nitric acid, and it can dissolve gold, which single acids alone cannot do. So, your aqua regia is the only mixture that can dissolve gold. And the mixture of aqua regia is your HCl plus nitric acid. Number 140, index of protective color of colloids is your Zygmundi. Zygmundi, the index of protective power of colloids. Number 141, this halogen is employed in the prevention of dental caries. Dental caries meaning that is your fluorine. Kapag chlorine naman, that is used as your antiseptic and your astringent. Kapag fluorine naman, they are used in the prevention of your dental caries. So your fluorine or your fluoride is added to your toothpaste to prevent dental caries. Okay, 142. Burowse solution is also known as aluminum acetate solution. So, Burowse solution is also known as your aluminum acetate solution. And it is used as a wet dressing on the skin for its mild astringent and antiseptic action. So, the 5% solution is said to possess definite germicidal properties, and 1% dilution is considered good antiseptic. So take note, 5% solution of your Burowse is it acts as germicidal. 1% dilution of Burowse solution is considered as a good antiseptic. Number 143, the densest element in the periodic table is your osmium, meaning it is the heaviest known substance. So, densest element or the heaviest in the periodic table is your osmium. Number 144, this instrument used to measure sodium and potassium in quantitatively is your flame photometer. So, the instrument used to measure sodium and potassium is your flame photometer. And the results, your sodium and potassium are being tested for, and the result to their non-luminous flame, again, yung sa kanina. For sodium, it imparts persistent golden yellow, and for potassium, they are purple in non-luminous flame, purple or violet. Number 145, hard water does not lather in soap with soap. This is due to your magnesium and calcium. So, hard water does not lather in soap. This is due to magnesium and calcium. So, the hardness property of water is occasioned by the presence in solution of calcium, iron, and or magnesium. So, remember your hard water in your mug cafe. Mug cafe or magnesium, calcium, and iron. Mug cafe, magnesium, calcium, and iron. Okay, number 146. The acid found in the stomach is hydrochloric acid. So, the acid found in the stomach is hydrochloric acid. Again, what are the acidic environment? It is your stomach and your sigmoid. Ang question natin dyan. Portion of the large intestine. So, sigmoid portion of the large intestine in your stomach are the acidic portion of your GIT tract. 147 occurs when either the salts of various organic acids or organic substituted ammonium salts are added to aqueous solution of non-electrolyte. It would result to salting in. So, salts of various organic acid or ammonium salts plus aqueous solution of non-electrolytes, the result is salting in. Number 148, the major physiological ions include the following except your manganese. So, the major physiological ions are your sodium, potassium, phosphorus, and calcium. Remember here your piso, mico, and ficlo. Piso, mico, ficlo. The major physiological ions are your piso, mico, and ficlo. Piso meaning potassium and sodium. Your mico is your magnesium and calcium. And your ficlo is your phosphorus and chlorine. Or phosphate or your chloride. Okay? Piso, mico, and ficlo. They are your major physiological ions. So, the only exception here is your letter C, manganese. Okay, number 149. The following are photometric methods of analysis except chromatography. So, nakita naman doon, chromatography is the only walang photometry dyan. So, the following are photometric methods of analysis. That is your turbidimetry, spectrophotometry, and your flame photometry. Number 150. The science that deals with the methods of extracting the metal from their ores. That is your metallurgy, letter D. So, metallurgy is the science of metals and alloys. From the word metal and your lurgy, which is your alloys. So, the science and technology of metal and alloys. Number 151. Universal antidote, again, includes your activated charcoal, your magnesium oxide, not hydroxide, magnesium oxide, and your tannic acid. So, the three components of your universal antidote, your activated charcoal, your magnesium oxide, and your tannic acid. So, the mechanism action of your activated charcoal is adsorption. Number 152. Sulfate of this metal is unemetic. The answer here is copper. So, cupric sulfate is known as your blue vitriol or blue stone, which is used as emetic. because it stimulates the vomiting reflex for any local irritant action. So, cupric sulfate is also known as your blue vitriol or blue stone, which is pharmacologically used as emetic. Okay, number 153, a homogeneous molecular dispersion of two or more substance. A molecular ay homogeneous molecular dispersion of two or more substances. That is your solution. So your suspension, emulsion, and gel, they are heterogeneous molecular dispersion. Kapag suspension of two or more substances, kapag emulsion, two immiscible liquids. Okay. So your suspension, emulsion, and gel, they are heterogeneous mixture. Your solution is homogeneous mixture. Okay, number 154, group of elements which is considered to be the most reactive of all metallic elements. Again, they are your group 1A or also known as your alkali metals. Most reactive of all metallic elements, group 1A or your alkali metals. Again, because they have high affinity for oxygen. They have high affinity for oxygen and forms oxides as well as higher oxides with both affinity and tendency for formation. Number 155, a powerful reducing agent used in medicinal preparation, that is your hypophosphorus acid. So it is a powerful reducing agent, thus used in medicinal preparation to retard oxidation and resulting decomposition of various ingredients. So, that is an example of your reducing agent, hypophosphorus acid. Number 156, irritative phenomenon to the skin and mucous membrane exhibited by rashes and headaches when excessive amount of iodine is administered. That is your iodism. Iodism, administration of iodides in amounts which exceed a certain level in the body, brings about irritative phenomena to the skin and mucous membrane. So this is term iodism, exhibited by signs and symptoms of your iodism are rashes, headaches, conjunctivitis, laryngitis. The signs and symptoms for iodism: rashes, headaches, conjunctivitis, and laryngitis. So it is also for the reason that iodide should not be given in cases of acne. So iodide hindi siya ginagamit for the treatment of acne. Kasi irritative siya sa skin and mucous membranes. Okay? Number 157, salts are formed as a result of the reaction between, except for water and non-metallic element. So the exception here is your water and non-metallic elements. So salts are formed as a result of the reaction between inorganic acid and inorganic base, water and metal, organic acid and an inorganic base. Why? Because water and non-metallic element, there will be no reaction at all. So, walang na-form na salt between the reaction of the water and non-metallic element. Okay, number 158. 158. Epsom salt is used as antiphlogistic, anticonvulsant, cathartic. Again, Epsom salt is your magnesium sulfate and it is widely used as saline cathartic. Ayan, inuulit na naman ito. Epsom salt, magnesium sulfate, and used as a saline cathartic. So, the answer here is letter D, any of this. So, these are the three uses of your Epsom salt, your antiphlogistic, anticonvulsant, and cathartic. Number 159. The following are official combinations of electrolyte infusions except your dextrose 5% injection. Take note, your Ringer solution is combination of sodium chloride, potassium chloride, and calcium chloride. I repeat, Ringer solution is a combination of electrolyte of sodium chloride, potassium chloride, and calcium chloride. Your lactated Ringers is the same as your Ringers, pero meron siyang calcium lactate. So your lactated Ringers is the same, has the same combination, your sodium chloride, potassium chloride, and calcium chloride plus calcium lactate. And your ORS or your Oresol is combination of sodium chloride, sodium bicarbonate, and potassium chloride plus dextrose. So ORS components, sodium chloride, sodium bicarbonate, potassium chloride, and your dextrose. Ulitin natin, Ringer solution, sodium chloride, potassium chloride, calcium chloride. Lactated Ringers, sodium chloride, potassium chloride, calcium chloride plus calcium lactate. And your ORS, sodium chloride, sodium bicarbonate, potassium chloride, and your dextrose. Okay, so the exception here is your dextrose 5% injection. Number 160, antidote for Wilson's disease is penicillamine. So, penicillamine is the antidote for Wilson's disease. Other term for your penicillamine is your cuprimine. It is also known as your cuprimine. Number 161. Which of the following group O, oxygen element, is recovered from the radioactive decay of radium? Radium, from the word radium, that is your radon. So, ang basehan nyo dito, your radium is equal to your radon. Radium, radon. Okay. Number 162. Nitrogen is also known as your mephitic air. So this is named by Dr. Rutherford of Edinburgh. So your mephitic air is also known as your nitrogen. Your St. Elmo's fire is also known as your sulfur. Your dephlogisticated air is your oxygen. So I repeat, mephitic air, nitrogen, dephlogisticated air, oxygen. Your St. Elmo's fire is your sulfur. Okay, 163. An organic compound which may either be a weak acid or a weak base that can change color at a definite pH value is your indicator. So your indicator may either be a weak acid or a weak base. Okay. Number 164, sodium citrate reduces blood clotting time. So letter C, sodium citrate reduces blood clotting time. So it is capable of shortening the coagulation time of the blood. Letter C. Number 165, these ions are cathartic in action except magnesium, okay, these ions are cathartic, your phosphate, sulfate, tartrate, and acetate. Phosphate, sulfate, tartrate are cathartic in action. Your magnesium is an exception. Okay, number 166. The chemical name of green vitriol is letter D. The chemical name of green vitriol is letter V. Letter D. Your copper sulfate is your, again, blue vitriol. Your magnesium sulfate is your Epsom salt, which is a saline cathartic. Ayan, di ko alam yung sodium sulfate. Copper sulfate, blue vitriol, magnesium sulfate, Epsom salt, and your ferrous sulfate is your green vitriol. So ferrous sulfate, green vitriol, which is used as hematinic. Hematinic. Number 167, chemical name of caustic soda is your sodium hydroxide. The chemical name of caustic soda is your sodium hydroxide. So the use of caustic soda is only commercially in soap industry. So USP cautions to exercise great care in handling sodium hydroxide as it rapidly destroys tissue. So it cannot be used as it is an irritant to your skin and mucous membranes. Okay, number 168. The commercial preparation of simeticones containing antacids, all of the above, Digel, Mylanta, and Simeco. Ayan. Mylanta, Digel, and Simeco are your preparations of simeticone containing acids.